All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about the big fight coming up December 10th with Terence Crawford and the killer David Advansyan, and something Adrein Broner said will be ringside has people speculating about whether or not Terence and Adrein will be fighting soon. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to talk about one of the best fights coming up this year, Terence "Bud" Crawford versus David Advansyan for the WBO welterweight championship of the world. I am being mad sarcastic in this. However, I have to, and it will be blatantly apparent as we go on in the video. However, that fight is coming up on December 10th in Omaha, Nebraska, and there will be a special visitor ringside for the fight who goes by the name of Adrein "The Problem" Broner. Now, before I get into the subject matter of the video, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for hanging out with your boy. If you are a longtime subscriber and supporter like Deborah Booker, saw you back in the chat. Herbert Johnson, what's good with you? Thank you so much for your support in the super chats and the cash apps and in the comment sections and in the likes. Thank you guys so much for continuing to make the channel do well, allowing it to be a success. It really, guys like you and ladies like you are really, really, really important to the channel. So thank you. But let's get into this. Adrein Broner did one of the rare commercials that I saw for the Terence Crawford-David Advansyan fight and said that he will be ringside for the fight with Terence Crawford and that they will have big announcements soon that they are going to let people know that night. At least that's the way that I interpreted what he said. Now, I talked to some other folk, and now before I say this, let me get in my chair, right? Sorry about that. I was sitting on the edge of my chair. This is a boxing channel where I talk to a lot of boxing fans, right? Don't consider myself to be a part of the media. And every once in a while, we just talk about things that are said by other boxing fans. And some of them may happen, some of them may not happen. This one, let me put it this way. If I had not just seen a unicorn run down the middle of the street, I wouldn't think that another unicorn was going to run down the street. And let me tell you what I mean by that. When I've been told there is a very real possibility that the end game for Terence Crawford and Adrein Broner are for them both to fight each other on BLK Prime, and that is going to be what they consider to be a really big money fight. Now, I would normally say, oh, no, there's no way that would happen because, Adrein Broner is not necessarily, in the best shape of his career. It would have on paper look like it's a mismatch. Come on, man. Terence Crawford is not about to fight Adrein Broner. However, I have to back up because it was pointed out to me, yeah, but would you have thought 2 months ago that Terence Crawford was going to fight David Advansyan? And I would say to myself, no, I have to say that would be, like I said, the unicorn running down the street. I don't believe the unicorns exist, but God dog it is right there. So my man was like, well, so would you really would you put that past them? And I have to say, no, I wouldn't put it past them because first of all, Adrein Broner is in no different situation than Amir Khan. Right? Like, who do you think is going to win right now between Adrein Broner and the Amir Khan that fought Terence Crawford for Terence Crawford's WBO belt before? I would have to answer that question with a resounding, I don't know. I think that Adrein Broner has a very good chance of beating Amir Khan. And so they followed up with, well, who do you think would win between Adrein Broner and the Kell Brook that fought Terence Crawford? And I have to say, well, depending on whether or not, I would think Kell Brook, but then again, it depends on whether or not Adrein Broner hits him in one of those reconstructed eyes and he goes away, right? And he's like, okay, well, what about David Benavidez? Or what about Jose Benavidez? You know, the guy that had some shrapnel put through his knee and got in there with a messed up with a knee brace on, right? And hadn't fought, maybe had one fight, but, you know, a guy that had, you know, somebody put some lead in his legs. I would say, well, guys, that's another good point. So, man, looking at the people that Terence Crawford has actually fought recently, that may not be too far off, especially since Terence Crawford really doesn't have any shame about it. Terence Crawford can tell you with a very straight face that a fight between him and David Advansyan is a difficult fight, while he fighting Jermell Charlo was an easy fight. But at the same time saying, hey man, I'm not going to fight the guy because he's got too many mandatories, right? So yeah, man, anything is possible. Who would have thought a couple months ago that Terence Crawford would walk away from an Errol Spence Jr. to take a fight on Black BLK Prime, which was known for street fighting championships? Who would have thought he would have went over there at all? Not a lot of people. So look, man, this guy is telling me that there's a chance that may be the case. I don't know how far to take it, but I'm telling you, I would be very, very surprised if that is not on their mind and that is not something that they could work towards, because honestly, Adrein Broner versus Terence Crawford is a fight that I would be more interested in than this David Advansyan fight. And it would be a fight that I would be just as interested in, like I said, as his fight against Amir Khan. So, and you can't tell me that Amir Khan wasn't washed up. Amir Khan is more washed up than Adrein Broner is, because Adrein Broner, from what I remember, I can't recall him ever being knocked out. I saw him get knocked down once by Marcus Maidana, but hey man, he's with the network. He is definitely a big name in boxing. He is somebody that fights that is around the same size as Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford fought at 135. Adrein Broner fought at 135. Adrein Broner fought at 140, and Adrein Broner fought at 147. There was a point in time back in when Adrein Broner was a 135-pound champion, and right before Terence Crawford really came up and won his belt won his first big fight against Bradis Prescott, and then came in and beat Ricky Burns. This is probably, that was a big fight. That could have been a big fight then, right? But wasn't made because I think, Adrein left the weight class around the time Terence Crawford was coming up. But, unfortunately, man, this could be a very, very real thing. But you let me know, and I would watch it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would pay for a Terence Crawford versus Adrein Broner fight. I would do it. And I know it's supposed to be a mismatch and all of that. But at the same time, man, I'm gonna watch AB and whatever AB. As long as I'm not busy during the time that Adrein Broner is fighting, I'm gonna watch Adrein Broner fight, because I like him I like the guy. I wish him the best, and I would hope that he would get money. And seeing as more than likely he's not about to fight, Terence Crawford's not about to fight Errol again, hey, might as well. Anyway, so it is what it is. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.